I wasn't meant to be the one driving her that night. That's the thought that keeps looping back, no matter how much I try to ignore it. It was her book club, or so she said, and her car was in the shop for an alignment. She asked if I could drop her off and pick her up later. I remember the quick kiss on my cheek as she got out, one heel catching on the mat. I joked she was overdressed for a night of thrillers and wine. She laughed, said an author was visiting. I didn't think twice. Why would I? It was late when I picked her up again. She slipped into the passenger seat with a soft yawn, smelling faintly of citrus, not her usual perfume. Said she was tired. I said nothing. We drove home in what I thought was a comfortable silence. I only noticed the purse the next morning. It was her red leather one, the anniversary gift from 2 years ago, sitting lopsided on the back seat. I almost left it on the counter, but something, call it instinct, maybe dread, made me open it. I wish I could say I was being helpful, but the truth is I was searching for something I couldn't name. The letter was folded neatly, tucked between her compact and a packet of gum. No envelope. My name wasn't on it, but my brother's was. I froze. My thumb traced the fold, and for a long moment, I just sat there, the car door open, morning light bleeding through the windshield. Then I read it. It was short. Tender. Too familiar. Words like "you make me feel alive again" and "you make me forget the world." Her handwriting unmistakable. She ended it with his name. No love, no yours, just him. I refolded it exactly as I found it, zipped the purse, and carried it inside like a bomb about to go off. She was in the kitchen, humming as she made coffee, the same tune she always hums when she feels guilty. I remembered hearing it before, the week my brother crashed on our couch. The same song she hummed when she burned dinner and blamed work. I didn't confront her. I just left the purse on the table, kissed her forehead like always, and drove to work. I sat in the parking lot for almost an hour, gripping the wheel, trying not to scream. What do you do when the two people closest to you turn into strangers overnight? I didn't call him. I didn't say a word to her. I worked. Smiled. Answered emails. Pretended. That night, after she fell asleep, I scanned the letter, printed 2 copies, and mailed one to each of them. No note. No explanation. Just silence speaking louder than I ever could. She never mentioned it. Neither did he. But things changed after that. She grew quieter. He stopped calling. The betrayal didn't detonate, it decayed. Quiet, slow, like rust beneath paint. The next morning, she made pancakes. She never makes pancakes unless she's trying to fix something. They were perfect, golden, syrup-ready, strawberries cut in little hearts like she used to make when we first fell in love. I stared at the plate, realizing that sometimes love doesn't end in a fight, it just fades into a kind of mercy you can't trust. I ate them. Each bite felt like forgiveness in disguise. We didn't talk about the letter. We spoke about the weekend. The neighbor's new fence, the film she'd been wanting to watch. But her eyes kept tracing my face, searching. For what? I'm not sure. Maybe anger. Maybe mercy. Maybe the ghost of who I used to be. She wouldn't find him. That night, I stood in the garage, beer in hand, staring at the shelf where a box once sat. The one filled with things my brother gave me. Signed baseballs, faded Polaroids. A watch he bought when I got the promotion. I took it down, carried it outside, and emptied it into the bin. No ceremony, no words. I didn't cry, not for him. I mourned her differently, because love doesn't vanish after betrayal. It lingers, claws beneath the ribs, whispering, maybe it was your fault too. And that's the part that eats you quietly. Had I made her invisible? Had I stopped asking who she was becoming? When I wasn't looking? Between bills and grocery lists. Maybe I forgot how to hold her the way she needed. Maybe he noticed first. But he was my brother. That's the part my mind still rejects. Of everyone, he knew what she meant to me. He toasted us at our wedding, helped pick the ring. Laughed with me the night before I proposed. Said I was the luckiest man alive. Maybe I was. Until he decided he wanted my luck for himself. I noticed things. The way she tensed when I entered quietly. How her phone always lay face down now. She thought I didn't see. But betrayal sharpens your senses. You start reading silence like scripture. 2 weeks after I sent the letters, she asked if I was okay. I told her I was fine. Just tired. She nodded, me too. She began sleeping, turned away. I didn't stop her. If you've lived through it, you know the moment. When you stop waiting for answers. And start preparing for goodbye. I wasn't hoping for apologies anymore. I was waiting for the right day to leave. But leaving isn't simple. We had a life, mortgage, routines. A dog that loved her more than me. Friends who only knew us as Matt and Marissa. The couple who looked fine. One night, I wrote a letter. Not to her. Not to him. To myself. Dear Matt. You're not losing your mind. You didn't imagine the distance. You didn't dream the coldness. You gave all you had. You were good. You were the man who showed up in the rain. Who built shelves, remembered coffee orders. Forgave more than you should have. This isn't failure. This is freedom. You don't have to rage. You don't have to beg. Just walk. When you're ready, walk. Love the man you'll become. I folded it, slid it into my wallet. And carried it for a month. Then one quiet Sunday, she said. She was visiting her sister for the weekend. I nodded. She packed light, hugged me goodbye. When she left, I didn't follow. I stood there, still. In the house we once called home. And noticed something that made my hands still. Her red purse, hanging on the hook. She hadn't taken it. A dare, maybe. But I didn't look. I already knew. She never mentioned the letter. Neither did my brother. As if we'd all silently agreed. That the wound was too deep to touch. 3 weeks passed. She still hadn't come back. She texted, I need space. I'm thinking. I didn't reply, not to punish her. But because I had nothing left to ask. I already knew the answers. Then one Thursday, my brother came. No call, just parked in the driveway like old times. Hands in his pockets. That same crooked grin he used when he was about to lie. I opened the door, but didn't invite him in. 2 men who used to share blood, now strangers. He cleared his throat. I guess you know. I didn't nod. He looked down. It wasn't supposed to happen. That line lodged in me like glass. Wasn't supposed to happen. As if love were an accident. As if betrayal were a stumble, not 1,000 choices. I trusted you, I said. Both of you. He winced. I didn't mean to hurt you. But he had, and we both knew it. He shifted. She said it's over. Said she wants to fix things with you. That's why he came, not to apologize. But to tell me he'd been discarded too. That he was broken now. I didn't pity him. Just felt tired. I'm not fixing anything, I said. Some things don't glue back together. He didn't argue. He knew I was right. He left without goodbye. I stood on the porch long after. Watching the light fade. Listening to the trees whisper in the wind. When she came home the next night. It was like watching a ghost walk in. She looked thinner. Her voice trembled. I want to talk, she said. I let her. For an hour, she explained. The how, the when, the why. She cried. I didn't. Can we try again? She asked. She said she still loved me. And maybe she did. But love without trust isn't love. It's theater. And I was done performing. I moved out the next morning. Left the house, the keys. The red purse still hanging by the door. A week later, we signed the papers quietly. No shouting. No lawyers. Just 2 names, 1 ending. I saw my brother again at our mother's birthday. He didn't speak. He brought a new girl. She seemed kind. I hope she never has to mail anything back. Sometimes I still dream about that letter. Not the words, not the pain. Just the weight of it in my hands. Like holding the truth before it detonates. I don't miss her. I miss the version of me. Who believed some people would never hurt you. That kind of belief feels like innocence now. A thing lost, like baby teeth or summer freckles. But what remains is this. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't destroy. I just handed them the mirror. Let them see themselves. And walked.